Hi guys, my name is Rafał and I'm an AI engineer at Zera Labs. And I would like to introduce you to Jace through a very interesting task that we set Jace to do. And the task is to set up a simple one-person mathematics tutoring company and acquire the first client. The idea is for Jace to handle most, if not all, of the boring parts of setting up a company, so that I, a tutor, can focus on what matters to me, which is delivering classes to my students. The goal for this video is to just show you how Jace can save you a lot of time, but also we realize that our product is not without its flaws and limitations. So we will also talk about these because we want to be very transparent with where we are at and what we are currently working on. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's start with the company setup. So this is the prompt. I told Jace to go with Dula to set up my company and always pick the cheapest option when going through the form. So let's see how this goes. This is the form I filled out, and yeah, the agent decided to start an autonomous web agent, our one. We're gonna give it some time and report back. All right, we're back, and it's really interesting what happened. So the first thing, navigating to Dula. Okay, we went back to Google. It's because every 100 steps or so, sometimes the agent tries to type in weird URL instead of clicking. Probably know why. We're gonna fix it soon. But anyway, after a second attempt, we navigated. We clicked Start Business. Entered the details. Oh, and this is where it gets interesting because instead of proceeding, we clicked Login. And the reason is because I previously tried to set up an account and it didn't quite work, but we filled out this part. And when this happens, a new account gets created. And that's probably why the agent received some sort of pop-up, which prompted it to click on Login, which it correctly did. And sure enough, we are logged in. So here probably the agent reflects why was previous login incorrect, but I don't think that's the reason. Also, this is not my password. This is a hashed one, so don't get too excited. Anyway, yeah, we select Germany as country of residence because that's where I'm based right now. Forming a business, starting LLC, great. And here it's really cool because I also said that the agent should pick Delaware as a state, not Wyoming. And here the agent basically correctly picked the other option and interacted with this select field and chose Delaware. Let's do next. That's the name I wanted for my academy. Very nice. I also told the agent to always pick the cheapest option. So this is what it did as well. Here as well. Next. No thanks. Again, we are on a budget. Again, no thanks. Great. So far, so good. And we're almost done, actually. Okay, this is weird. I think the agent scrolled, and this screenshot doesn't look very nice. I think the agent just scrolled, was confused what to do, and then realized we have to scroll back, check this box, and click on this button. So all is good. And here, unfortunately, we encountered an error, which is unfortunately the browser error. This has nothing to do with the agent. So the agent technically completed the whole form, but it's just the browser, which was supposedly not compatible with the payment processing service. And this forbade us from completing the whole procedure. And here it's kind of funny because Jace tries to refresh, nothing happens, then goes back, nothing happens. and then does the whole Googling and logging in again. Which is kind of impressive that it remembers all those steps. Yeah, and still the same thing. So yeah, I decided to end the run here, but this is actually okay because first of all, the progress is saved in the form, and secondly, I prefer to handle big payments on my own. So what we're gonna do next year is we're just gonna log into this account and complete this manually. All right, let's finish what the agent started. As you'll see, the agent did essentially all the work. Now what's left to do is to fill in the payment details and yeah, submit the payment. So let's log in. Okay, as you can see, the progress is saved. So I'm just clicking on next, except for those tiny things. And once I press confirm and pay, we get brought to the Stripe. Or is it Stripe? I'm not sure. But yeah, we're just gonna do this, complete the payment, and that's it. All right, so the payment has been submitted. So the company setup part is done. Now we will move to actually advertising our company. Let's see how this goes. The best clients are people who you already know. So I created a list of people who might need tutoring services or might know someone who does, and told Jace to email them. It didn't take long before one of the parents responded positively, and the very same week we had our first class scheduled. All right, so let's see what happened during the class. So, about 15 minutes before it was supposed to start, I created a Zoom meeting link and sent it, or rather, told Jace to send it to my client, and it did so. It CC'd me as well. But then, about 5 minutes before the class, so on a very short notice, I received another weird email from Jace. So it was both to my clients and myself, and it said that I understand that the current problem set may be too challenging for Ibrahim. Here is a link to a lower level math problem set that should be more suitable. So I thought this is a disaster because yeah, I don't know what is it about, but I didn't understand it until I actually came back to the thread and saw this message from Jace. And the message says, Dear Mr. Rafał, thank you for sharing. Math in the school was very weak in the current academic year, and in some aspects, he has regressed due to a lack of teachers' focus on math and numerical ability. And he basically asked me to send to send him a lower level problem set and that we work on this lower level problem set today. And this is an absolutely real case. I didn't stage it. And then what happened uh, inside Jace or by Jace is that Jace firstly drafted and sent me drafted an email for me and sent it to me, informing me that Mr. Osman has requested lower level problem set, and then he actually started searching for problem sets. So it used the quick AI search tool, and sure enough, it found some and sent the email to Mr. Osman, the same email that you have seen. Um, and honestly, I looked through those problems, and it was about 2 minutes before the class was supposed to start. And I liked those problems, and I actually decided that we will work on them at this very moment. So it was, I didn't plan this, but it was an actual case of Jace helping me in my real life. Because if not for Jace, I would have to look for those problems myself and verify that. But then Jace did that for me immediately and also made the job of sending the email. So I think it's awesome. In the next part, I'm gonna show you the reaction of the client. Would you like me to show you something cool regarding our product? Because I really loved. So basically, the emails that you have been receiving are actually not from me; they are from our AI. So,
Oh, really?
but what actually really impressed me, and actually I was impressed, even though I know this product really well, is that you send this email saying that you think, here, and that you think that the problems I sent are too difficult. And you didn't only send it to me; you sent it also to the AI. And what the AI did is this: first, it drafted the email. But he didn't send the email just yet. He the email. It just drafted the email, and then the AI agent let's search for the problems, and the problems that was sent to you was also found by AI. So it just basically did a Google search. They did actually like not Google search, but like searched for problems on the internet. Laid out potential problem sets that it found, and then sent you this link here. That's I actually looked at those problems. I like them. I think we should do it today. So this was all automatized by AI. I didn't do anything here.
This is so you get an opportunity to write a prompt, and you also get the opportunity to send your feedback to the bot before it replies. That's amazing.
Yes. And basically this is like this use case is basically AI-driven customer service, because you can interact with our AI and they will reply for you. The goal is for, like, maybe if the AI doesn't know some answer, it will ask, but then once I give you the answer, the AI will reply. But here, for example, the AI was really proactive and decided, Mr. Osman is asking for lower level problems. Let's find him lower level problems and send him. And like I said, I looked at those problems and I like them. I think we should actually work on them today. So it's super useful. It saved me time. I could.
Very impressive stuff. This is very impressive stuff. I think in the domain of education, this has a big future, because you can train this in a specific way. For example, by telling it which things are good, which are not, and then it can become like it can. I think in the first phase be a good assistant of yours, and then in the second phase it can actually do a lot of things which you would have done, and then the phases would keep on going on, and you would then have to think at a much more higher level, like a director, on what they want this to do, what they want that to do, is it at the right calibration, all that stuff, which is then you would have more time for many other people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you like the idea, because you are one of the first people that was shown this product.
Yeah. No, wonderful. This is an honor. Thank you for making me the one of the first people. This is something which I am very excited about.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we will hope to live up to the expectation. So we have spoken for 40 minutes now. I guess we can
move on. Yes,
move on to the class.